On this episode of Code Blue in America, the breaking news segment, we peer through the flames of the latest MAGA meltdown and into the heart of a conservative civil war that's juicier than a daytime soap. That's right, folks. If you thought politics couldn't get any more reality television-like, hold my Diet Coke and watch this. Just so you know, I have nothing better to do than spy on the MAGA civil war as it unfolds. A few moments ago, I visited Candace Owens' X page to read her continued critique of Trump's love fest with Israeli Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. She kicked things off by pointing to one of Trump's Truth Social posts, or shall we say love poem for Netanyahu and Israel, continued investigation of his main man Bibi. Before I get to Candace Owens' response, let's start where things always get dramatic. Trump's Truth Social. Okay, from Donald J. Trump on Truth Social. Breaking news. I was shocked to hear that the state of Israel, which has just had one of its greatest moments in history and is strongly led by Bibi Netanyahu, is continuing its ridiculous witch hunt against their great wartime prime minister. Bibi and I just went through hell together, fighting a very tough and brilliant longtime enemy of Israel, Iran, and Bibi could not have been better, sharper, or stronger in his love for the incredible Holy Land. Anybody else would have suffered losses, embarrassment, and chaos. Bibi Netanyahu was a warrior, like perhaps no other warrior in the history of Israel, and the result was something that nobody thought was possible: a complete elimination of potentially one of the biggest and most powerful nuclear weapons anywhere in the world. And it was going to happen soon. We were fighting, literally, for the survival of Israel. And there is nobody in Israel's history that fought harder or more competently than Bibi Netanyahu. Despite all of this, I just learned that Bibi has been summoned to court on Monday for the continuation of this long running. He has been going through this horror show since May of 2020. Unheard of. This is the first time a sitting Israeli prime minister has ever been on trial. Politically motivated case concerning cigars, a Bugs Bunny doll, and numerous other unfair charges in order to do him great harm. Such a witch hunt for a man who has given so much is unthinkable to me. He deserves much better than this, and so does the state of Israel. Bibi Netanyahu's trial should be cancelled immediately, or a pardon given to a great hero who has done so much for the state. Perhaps there is no one that I know who could have worked in better harmony with the President of the United States, Maine, than Bibi Netanyahu. It was the United States of America that saved Israel, and now it is going to be the United States of America that saves Bibi Netanyahu. This travesty of justice cannot be allowed. Aside from the president's post, which was riddled with numerous spelling errors and terrible grammar as usual, I personally think the hyperbolic language likening Netanyahu to history's greatest warrior is nothing short of laughable. His assertion that only the US can save Netanyahu shifts the focus from Israel's democratic process to Trump's ego-driven narrative of being a global savior. Also, does our president really believe Netanyahu is the first Israeli leader to face this type of legal jeopardy? Doesn't that possibly suggest that, like himself, Netanyahu may also be the first in history to have committed such atrocities and abuses of power in his country? At first, Candace couldn't believe Trump had actually posted that biblical-level tribute and had to fact-check it herself. To that, Candace said, "I legitimately had to cross-check Truth Social to see if this was real, and it's real." For anyone who would like to take a deeper look into Bibi Netanyahu, the Israeli documentary The Bibi Files does a pretty good job. Weigh that documentary against this presidential statement. While Candace Owens hesitated to directly attack Trump, she did invite critical thinking, positioning herself as grounded and informed, a contrast to the emotionally charged tone of Trump's Truth Social post. Translation: your president is being used and dumped as usual. Candace Owens followed up on her post, further stating, "What's especially tragic about this statement is that he isn't just gaslighting the American people here, he is gaslighting the Israelis as well. And pretending that Bibi Netanyahu is a victim while he's executing a Holocaust in broad daylight is astounding. As expected, some of her fans, including one with the X handle at DAMPSN85, gave her a nod, stating, "It's become quite clear where Trump's true allegiance is." Meanwhile, another popular MAGA voice, Ashton Forbes, using the X handle at JustXAshton, responded, "I don't know. When I read that, it almost seems like he's shining a light on him." What a bizarre statement. It's so over the top. Of course, her critics and members of the MAGA pity party still willing to lick Trump's behind continued attacking her views. 1. Using the handle at Omadad wrote, "Candace Owens doesn't just oppose Israel, she needs Israel to lose. Because every time we win, it hits her right where it hurts. Her theology, her identity, her entire sense of purpose. She believes in replacement theology, that God rejected the Jews." In the world of MAGA mayhem, not even Bugs Bunny can save Bibi from the courtroom or Trump from a reality check. Candace Owens didn't exactly drop the mic, but she did throw some serious shade. In the end, it's MAGA versus MAGA, theology versus thermonuclear takes, and I'm just here watching like it's the political Super Bowl. That's the cold truth on Code Blue in America, only on OGMnews.com. Until next time, stay tuned, stay skeptical, and please, try not to get subpoenaed by your own allies.